Quirky sculptures, cozy streets, a medieval gate, and a mind blowing cathedral. Welcome to the city I ended up in completely by chance, and it totally won me over. Hi, darlings and Bahkauvs. I will tell you who that is in a moment. Today, my brief walk is in Aachen. I came here yesterday in the evening, and today, from very early morning, I had studies. It was so unreal to be in a new city and not be able to go out and see things. And now I'm finally out and I have an evening here. It might or might not rain, and let's explore Aachen with me. The very first cool thing I noticed are the sculptures and cool trees. It seems like sculptures have a life of their own here. They are so quirky and unique. This is the first one I encountered on my way from the hostel to city center. It looks absolutely chaotic, but exactly this makes it lifelike. It has a collection of different animals starting from dinosaurs. And there is more over there. I honestly did not find info about it, so if you can share who made it and what it represents, let me know in the comments. This is the money fountain. What looks like random figures are actually caricatures of how people handle money. The fountain was founded by Savings Bank and demonstrates how money circulates. I would never guess that. For me, it just looked like these tattoos are frozen in a private conversation. This one is my favorite because it is an interactive one. It looks like a puppet show turned into a fountain. The best part is that you can actually move their body parts to change their poses. Actually, it's a collection of characters representing the cultural pillars of the city. The horse rider for the annual tournaments held here, the fashion doll for the local textile industry, a harlequin for the winter carnival culture, a bishop for the religious history and Aachen Cathedral, and the professor for the famous local university and science. And as I promised, the gem of local sculptures. Here is a hero from an urban legend of local folklore, a Bahkauv, that attacks drunken men at night and demands a piggyback ride. This is either very sexist or a subtle way to fight patriarchy. I think it's kind of both. Either way, looking at this beauty, the voice in my head just instantly goes, "Ps, ps, 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 ps." Looks like a kitty. Next, I stepped inside Aachen Cathedral, and honestly, it completely threw me off. First of all, it's one of the oldest cathedrals in Europe, built already in 8th century, and was a coronation site for dozens of German kings and queens. On the inside, it seems like a breathtaking mix of Southern and Eastern, Byzantine and Gothic, just all at once magically coming together. It's absolutely amazing. Wow,
I did not expect it at all, at all. Like the moment you see that ceiling, you cannot stop looking. I walked a few times around the whole place, just like looking up mostly, and also the center hall. I don't know, it's so unusual. It's such a mix of everything. And this small mosaic on the ceiling that glitters in the dark, it's absolutely amazing.
Local shops you can notice Printen, the city's most famous sweet treat. These spiced cookies are often compared to gingerbread, but the texture is kinda different. Printen have been made in Aachen for centuries, so it's totally a local treat. I really enjoyed wandering through Aachen. The town hall almost looks like a castle, the streets feel cozy and inviting, there are little art galleries and handmade crafts everywhere, and people just seem so relaxed. I also love the contrast between the greenery and the dark stone buildings. Here I could admire it at almost every corner. All in all, I couldn't believe I had accidentally ended up in such a hidden gem. I knew almost nothing about Aachen before coming here, and yet it turned out to be one of the most charming places.
And another reason I love this city. I must say, this is such a random stop for me. I'm going on a festival in Maastricht, and it's absolutely totally expensive to stay in Maastricht, so I just googled the cheapest hostels, and the cheapest one I found was here in Aachen, from all the towns from where you can go to Maastricht, like on a one-day basis. So this is a very random thing that I'm even here, and I'm so surprised with how beautiful the city is. Not because I did not expect it to be beautiful, because I knew shit about it. I did not Google much in advance. I was just having kind of a layover here, just a stop to study and a base to get to a festival. And I'm so happy I chose this city because it's so gorgeous. Do you see the sign on the Straße? Kunst and Handwerk. This is like a artisan street with lots of galleries. These are my favorites.
this impressive gate is the Ponttor, one of the best preserved medieval city gates in Germany. It was built in the 14th century as part of Aachen's defensive walls. Today, the gate no longer protects Aachen but stands as a medieval reminder of old times. And somehow, walking under it, you can totally imagine how things were before. Or so it seems.
I found a bench which is quite dry because it's under the tree and it is overlooking the Ponttor. So I'm gonna just sit here and watch it and eat my snacks, and I think this is the last place for me to see in Aachen.